on behalf of my son, Michael David Israel, and 1,900 person who belong to our group, Sacred Michaels of the World. Most of them lost their kids to prescription drug. My son Michael was addicted to hydrocodone prescribed to him by his doctor for Crohn's disease. On the morning of June 4, 2011, after being refused help by his counselor, Michael locked himself in my bedroom, put a shotgun under his chin, and pulled the trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. I want you to take a moment and think about that. Think about your kids. What would you do if your son committed suicide because he was addicted to a medicine that was prescribed to him by his doctor? How would you feel? Well, I can tell you. My son took his last breath while in my arms. Half his face was plastered all over the wall, and he was struggling to breathe. Take a minute and picture your kid in that position. My son Michael had a medically sanctioned addiction. He wasn't out on the street looking for drugs. He got his prescription from a doctor, and then he filled them in our local pharmacy. His doctor thought that was a great idea to prescribe hydrocodone to slow his bowel movement. A long time ago, a committee just like you decided to approve hydrocodone for moderate pain and long-term use. They did it without knowing, thinking of the consequences that this decision gave a license to pharmaceutical companies and their mouthpiece, the pain management people. They brainwashed our medical society into prescribing the magical pill for everything, including for an 18-year-old that weighed 87 pounds and suffered from Crohn's disease. Let me be clear, certain people need this medication for the end-of-life pain, but for the last day on earth, make it comfortable. For others, hydrocodone and opiates are nothing but dangerous drugs, especially when prescribed by irresponsible doctors for bogus reasons. This ratio is as wide as the Grand Canyon. Today, the consequences of that decision for myself and thousands of other families, we lost our kids, and thousands of more are afflicted by a disease called addiction. So here you are today, and you could be making the same mistake. But you need to ask yourself a question. Is this medication really going to help somebody? Do we really need another pill in this country? Do we really need another narcotic pill to help anybody with pain? We can't handle what we have. If you approve this pill, you're surely deciding a death sentence for thousands of people, especially young kids. You were selected to sit on this committee for your expertise. What you also need to consider, will your decision help the people? We cannot handle what we have already in this country. Today we have a chance to save people. So I'm asking you, please, save all the Michaels of the world. Do not approve this bill.